Good evening. Welcome to Fire and the Grape.
Hi, I'm Erica Hernandez, Executive Chef at Soul Creek Grill, here known as The Fire. You can find me on social media as The Monday Baker. And
I am Hugh Preece. I am known as The Grape. I am the operating partner of Soul Creek Grill Restaurants. And on social media, I am the Fermented Boss.
welcome.
Hey, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yes,
Glad
indeed.
to be back with everybody here.
I know, it's great. It's getting really chilly outside, so, it's looking forward to comfort food. So, we just recently, as we talked in the last episode, adjusted our menu to be a little more fall-like. So I'm hoping we're going to taste some of those items. So, Chef, what are we going to do today?
Well, we're going to do our new pork chop.
So, Chef, what are we going to have tonight?
So for tonight, I have our brand new pork chop. Pork chop is always a great seller here, and I tried to keep it seasonal. So because of the Northeast and how many apples we have going around, I got inspired by that and gave it a little bit of all around apple flavor, right? So it's going to have a brine first with apple cider, and then we're going to finish it with a maple bourbon glaze. And then on top of that is going to have an apple sage butter. It is so delicious.
Sounds incredible.
It tastes like fall.
It sounds like fall. So, the brining part of the pork chop is it infuses flavors, and it also keeps the meat very moist when you cook it.
Absolutely. And then if that's not enough,
we sous vide it.
We sous vide it, yes.
So sous videing pork chop. Can you talk about that process?
So it's basically pre-cooking the pork chop, right? It tenderizes the meat as it's cooking. We cook it to the perfect temperature that we want the pork to be, and then we finish it at the grill. It adds so much tenderness to it. It adds, like, we throw the marinade in the bag with the pork chop. It hits the water.
So it's a slow cooking process. Yes. We set it to a specific temperature.
Yes.
And we slow cook it to that temperature. So it's going to be cooked all the way through. And then inside, and we cryovac that with all the seasonings and the marinade. So it's infusing into that meat. So then once we take it out of the cryovac bag, we throw it on the grill.
We throw it on the grill, get those perfect grill marks, finish it with the butter to give it all that shine. It's a beautiful dish altogether.
Excellent, and it sounds amazing. I mean, if those of you, I'm about to age myself. Those of you who remember the Brady Bunch, Peter Brady was pork chops and applesauce. So we've got pork chops and we've got apple. We don't have the apple sauce. So what are we serving it with?
It's going to have some sweet potato fries, which are absolutely delicious, nice and crunchy, and some Brussels sprouts. Awesome. Golden crunch.
The sauteed,
yes.
Sauteed Brussels sprouts.
And you have a full meal,
Little kale, shallots.
Yes.
Yes. So everything on this
flavor.
plate speaks fall to me. Comfort food. So I'm very excited. I love every version of our pork chop that we do, but it's really nice to be able to have it in different, the change of seasons, because you're getting different profile. Because our last one, if you recall, we did was a citrus brined
and then it had a mojo
pork
sauce.
chop, and it had a mojo sauce, which was more for the summer. Now we're in the fall, going into winter, and I'm very excited about this.
I think you're gonna love it. I think that the flavor profile on this pork chop from the inside out is absolutely amazing. The brine gives it so much flavor. Then the sous vide adds another layer of flavor to it, and then the crust that it gets from all that process on the grill is just amazing. It's golden, it's beautiful, and it's absolutely delicious.
Excellent. And I think I know which wine I'm going to pair with that.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Stay tuned. I'm going to go grab the wine.
I can't wait.
Welcome back.
Oh, welcome. Hi, welcome back.
So,
what do you have for us today?
So today I went a little different than what we've done in the past. We've done Argentina, Italy, France, California. So we're going to go to Portugal this time. So the region is Lisboa, which is around the southern part where Lisbon is. And the name of the winery is Quinta de Chocopalha. And they make a blended red. They make quite a few wines, but this is a blended red. The main grape variety is Touriga Nacional. So, looking at this, it's just this
beautiful
dark violet. It's incredible. the nose or the aromas coming out of here are just, you know, just lively. They're just
the brine,
burst on you.
It's beautiful. It's very aromatic.
Dark fruit,
yes,
spices, maybe even some rose petal.
beautiful.
Yes.
Wow, it's like a beautiful burst of flavor once you taste it, but it's subtle at the same time. It's beautiful.
So it's fruit forward. You're getting blackberries, black plum.
Black plum, definitely.
Get some herbal notes, some spice, soft tannins, and the acidity is pretty pronounced. It's a long finish.
I know.
It's very elegant. It's an elegant wine. And the reason why I chose this is because of its characteristics of the high acidity, soft tannins, pairing with this pork chop with the brown sugar glaze and the savory butter, apple butter, savory sweet, you know, and rich apple butter it's finished with. And then the sides are going to be a good contrast to it as well. The earthiness from the Brussels sprouts.
I believe so too.
So this is a family-run operation, owned and run. Incredible wines, and you know, many Americans don't know a lot about Garriga Nacional. It's a fantastic grape. It does very well in Portugal. It's native to Portugal. And it's actually, it's with the changing climate, it does very well in the changing climate. So this is beautiful. So let's stop drinking. Let's start eating. Let's get a pork chop.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And here we go, sir.
Wow, look at that. All righty.
Fall on a plate.
So the size of the pork chop is 14 ounces?
14 ounces.
So it's 14 ounces pre-cooked. We've got our sweet potato fries here, and our Brussels sprouts would have shallots and kale in it. So the pork chop, which is the star of the show, is, as we talked about, sous vide, brined, finished with the bourbon caramel. You can kind of see that sheen right here. And then this here is the apple sage butter, finished with a piece of fried sage.
What do you think?
Looks great to me.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to dig in.
I want you to tell me what you think of this brand new dish. And I hope that you come and try it because it's absolutely delicious. Our guests are loving it. It's super juicy. It has a nice color inside because of the brine.
Can't really see that, but
it's a wonderful color. And then it's crisp on the outside. That grill finishes up beautifully. And it adds a lot of depth of flavor to it. Once it hits that grill, it's over, folks. You have to try this.
And it's only on the grill for a short period of time because the sous vide has already cooked it. It's just to enhance it with little smoky undertones and to get those nice grill marks and char on the outside, which gives a little more complex flavors to the dish.
A little bit more of the apple butter.
I'll take some sweet potatoes with the apple butter. All right.
That's the way to do it.
So I'm going to have the pork chop first, just solo before any of the sides.
That is so tender. What do you think, Senor?
So you get the sweetness from the apple butter, but it's not overly sweet. It doesn't take away from all the other components. You
taste the brine? You
taste the brine, you know, in the chop because it's very moist. You're getting a little bit of smokiness because we don't cook it fully on the grill. It's just a touch of smoke. It's not like our other items that we grill on there.
That's a beautiful color, inside and out.
The caramelization of the brown sugar and bourbon, it just creates this little crunch on the outside. And that's fantastic. The meat is kind of a sweet, tender, rich.
It's delicious. Wow, that's so nice.
So you get that fruit forwardness of the wine. It complements the sweetness of this dish. The soft tannins enhance and lift up the flavor profile. That acidity is just clearing the palate,
Getting you ready for the next
getting
bite.
for the next bite. And the herbs are complementing each other.
I think that it enhances the flavor of the sage as you take a sip and try the pork chop. I think it's beautiful.
Mm.
Okay. Would you think you up with a super good one?
Mm-hmm. Super elegant wine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I really love this one too. It's gorgeous. Super subtle, good complement of flavors in the palate.
so the wines coming out of Portugal, in particular Lisboa, Alentejo, Douro. These wines are amazing. Many people, when they think of Portugal, they think of port. But the varietal wines they're creating there are just outstanding. And this one too.
I love it with the chop. I love it with the sweet fries. I love it with the Brussels.
Yes.
Well balanced, start to finish.
I'm not all about wine ratings, but they do score very well amongst all the top wine writers and critics. This particular winery, this particular wine, remember it's family owned.
What do you think of the flavors of the pork chop?
I think it's great. I'm going to take a bite with all three.
All three, big bite. It's so good, and like you said, like we try to keep it. It's the pork chop will always be a signature item on our menu. We just dress it up differently every season, just to keep it,
Keep it fresh.
fresh and interesting, right? Our guests love it.
Seasonal, fresh. It, it's trying to utilize what's
Available around
what's
us.
available right now.
And it's a great conversation with our guests as well. They always tell us which is their favorite, and we'll take it by seasons, and they always let
Sure
us know.
do.
And this one has been getting very, very good reviews by all of them. You always, have that little anxiety when you put a new dish out to our regulars, but they loved it. So I hope that you do too. Anything? No?
Excellent. So I love the way both of these, the dish and the wine, work well together. There's some contrast in there. There's some harmony in there. The elegance of this wine is the star of the show, I think, along with the pork chop. But it's fantastic.
So beautiful and subtle. I love it. This is another great pairing. Another one of my favorites. I think I love them all. Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? He does a great job putting these pairings together.
As do you with building the menus.
Thank you, sir.
Remember, leave your comments. Follow us on YouTube. And then if you want to follow us on social media.
I'm the Monday Baker.
I'm the Fermented Boss.
And this is Fire and the Grape. We'll see you next time.
Chin chin.
Salud.